Hello, my name is Daniel, and I will be in charge of the first part of the project summary video. To start things off, I will introduce you to the project. Our project aims to design an effective exit game to improve physical and mental well-being for university students. This research is important because there is no current research within the research community which focuses on the effects of exit games on university students. Furthermore, with the sharp decrease in physical activity uptake within university students, creating an exit game which motivates students to exercise would help. Lastly, due to the effects of COVID-19 and students having to isolate themselves during lockdown, students have had a decline in physical activity uptake as well as decrease in psychological health. As exit games have shown to be able to promote motivation for users to uptake physical activities, research into creating an effective exit game that appeals to university students may be the solution to tackling all these problems. Next, I will go into our literature review and our statement of research intent. Through our literature review, we were able to find three main key factors relating to our research. First was that a striking decrease in physical activity uptake was present within individuals transitioning from high school to university. This, with the effects of COVID-19, has caused a further decline in physical activity uptake amongst university students, as well as psychological impacts. Secondly, exogames showed promising results in order to boost individuals' physical activity uptake, as exogames were able to induce states of increased motivation to exercise, such as cognitive flow and intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Lastly, we realized that through our literature review, we were not able to find research which looked into the effects of collaborative exogames on university students, and whether the use of collaboration made exogames more or less motivating to play. Through this, our group formulated our main research question, which was, how can we design an effective exogame to improve physical and mental well-being for university students? To help answer these questions, we had three sub-questions to answer. These were, what type of collaborative exogame exists and what is their effectiveness? How can we design an exogame that utilizes collaboration to motivate students to play? And lastly, how effective in terms of improving motivation for physical and mental well-being is a collaborative exogame? Next, I will go over the methods used to do our study. With the current COVID-19 lockdown restrictions in place, our experimental methods changed compared to what we had planned to do at the beginning of the project. To improvise, our group recorded footage of gameplay of the X game that we created and sent this to the participants to view. Once viewed, they were asked to answer questions based on the intrinsic motivation inventory and also comment on the game itself. Next, Elisa will go over the results.
Thank you, Daniel. Now let's take a look at our results. We've obtained a total of 52 valid answers from our user study. From the results, we conducted both a quantitative and a qualitative analysis. To work with our data, we first needed to verify whether the usage of different character videos for the different users affected their answers. We conducted both a cross-Wallis and a two-way ANOVA analysis on our data. We found that in both cases, the p-values for different character types are quite large, and therefore we cannot conclude a difference in samples between the different character type videos shown. From our study, we see that enjoyment increases 0.6 points from single player to collaborative multiplayer. Our p-value 0.003 also allows us to conclude that there is a difference between the two playing modes. Our effort and importance scale also shows similar results, with an increase in average of about 0.8 and a p-value of 0.0005. The pressure and tension scale, also showing a difference in averages of around 0.2, has a p-value of 0.29. Therefore, we can't conclude that there is a difference between single and collaborative multiplayer modes for this scale. Although this goes against our initial hypothesis, this data does make sense, as we had to conduct the user study online using videos due to COVID-19 restrictions, instead of getting the users to actually play the game. We asked the users what they enjoyed about the current game. Interesting enough, a significant number of participants enjoyed the collaborative multiplayer and exercise aspects, which shows that collaborative exogames are something university students seem to enjoy. We also asked the users what they would like to see improve in the game. 41% responded with requests for content increases, such as levels and reward systems. We believe that this is a good sign for exogames, as users seem to want to see more. Additionally, it could mean that additional content will draw more people to play exergames. In conclusion, our project CoXercise is nearing its end. Our results show that collaborative exergames are enjoyed by university students and suggest that areas that university students would enjoy and want to see in future exergames. We do have some disappointments that we couldn't conduct our user study in person and collect results about exercise intensities, but we've achieved substantial results nonetheless that we hope will assist with the development of future exergames with university students in mind. There are plenty of future directions that we suggest going forward from this project. It would be interesting to explore the differences between collaborative and competitive multiplayer exergames, as well as the effects of other traditional video game styles transformed to exergames, such as role-playing games and first-person shooters, and to conduct our user study in person. Thank you for watching.